You want to pledge? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Start with roll call. Mrs. Anderson?
Here.
Mr. Yoho?
Here.
Mrs. Zabin? Here. Mr. Anthony? Present. Motion to dispense with the reading of the August 2020 minutes and accept them as presented in the record of proceedings. Copy of these minutes in approved and final form can be requested from the fiscal office.
Motion. Second.
Roll call. Mr. Yoho?
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony, yes. Fiscal officer presented the current balance of funds for the month ending August 31st, 2020. Motion?
Motion. Second.
Roll call. Mr. Yoho?
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony, yes. Communications. Couple of things on the communications that we turn around and have. We are setting our trick or treat for October 31st from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're encouraging people to use safety and wear your mask along with your costumes, and also escorting your children. If you don't want to participate in this, you can fully understand that, and we ask that our residents, if they're not giving out candy, to keep their outside lights off, because it would probably assist us and the people that are chose to trick or treat. So that's, again, Saturday, October 31st, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We will have our police department out in force and our fire department be out.
Saturday?
It's a Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, she's got it.
So our police department and fire department, I believe, usually I know the fire department does, it gives out treats too. So we'll make sure everybody, but our main goal here is to be safe.
Thursday on the agenda.
Oh, it is. Yes. The other thing is we'd like to turn around and thank our road department that did a really good job on clearing the sidewalks on West Market Street. We're in the process of clearing them off, and we're finding out that a lot of these sidewalks are still in very good shape from the center to the administration building. I believe that will be completed tomorrow, Jim? It'll be completed tomorrow, so definitely want to thank you for that. That's all I have on communications. Katie, you have anything? Ryan?
Nope.
Okay, we'll go straight into departmental head reports. Police Chief Benjamin Harrell.
This report is for the month of August. Police Department handled 546 calls for service, a 15% decrease from the previous month. Out of the 546 calls for service, we had 43 various reports, which included 2 sudden deaths, unattended deaths, 1 aggravated vehicular assault, 2 breaking and enterings, 2 ag menacings, 2 menacings, 1 child endangering, 6 criminal damage, 6 domestic disputes and violence, 3 drug abuse, 2 possession of drug abuse instruments, 11 traffic crashes, 6 traffic citations, 7 arrests, 6 towed vehicles, 6 warrants, 5 overdoses, and 6 petty thefts. Partridge in a pear tree.
Okay, I don't see that last one. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Move on to Fire Chief Randy Daniels.
For August, the fire department responded to 120 calls for service, 84 of them being EMS calls, 6 structure fires either in our township or our surrounding territories, 2 miscellaneous fires, 10 wires and trees down, 13 motor vehicle accidents, 5 miscellaneous service calls, and no hazmat calls. We did have a vehicle fire reported loss to the fire marshal's office of $12,500. Squad 49 is lettered completely in service now. Some other miscellaneous stuff on the bottom. You guys have any questions? We do have the bid openings tonight for the SCBA's. I believe we're doing that at 7:30. Okay. So, you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Chief. Go to Road Superintendent, Cemetery Sexton James Williamson.
So far for the month of September, we've cleaned up the scrap and lumber from the LV field, August 24th and 25th. Cold patched September 1st and 9th. We cut a lot of ponding of water off the roads on September 2nd when we had all that rain. The LLV field was weed whacked on September 3rd. As you mentioned, cleaned up the sidewalks along Market Street, the 14th to 21st. And hopefully we'll finish that up tomorrow. Cleaned up the dump, September 15th and 16th. We fixed 3 outdoor lights at the JCC on the 17th. We've had 1 burial to date. September 29th, from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., Dave, Robin, and myself are going to attend an excavator training / cemetery seminar in Independence, Ohio. It's free. We started some changes in the organization of the shop by decluttering and getting rid of things that have been laying around over the years. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, James.
You're welcome.
Zoning Inspector Norman Ashley.
19 calls, 2 permits. And some positive is the house cleaned up next to the M&A market. Seems to be a lot of positive on that.
That looks very nice.
Yeah, that was a big plus. Who's gonna mow that now? Are we gonna mow it or the property owner?
Neighbor next door, I thought was mowing it this last weekend.
Is that what, okay. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Norm. All right, we save our public participation for the end of the meeting there. You're able to call in, we'll be able to accept your calls, and we'll hopefully be able to answer what your questions are. So we'll go into new business. Resolution to hold Halloween trick or treat Saturday, October 31st, 2020, from 5 to 7.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Yoho?
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony, yes. Resolution to accept amounts and rates for the calendar year 2021 is determined by the Budget Commission and authorize the necessary tax levies and certify them to the county auditor.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Yoho?
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony, yes. Resolution to approve the 2020 use of facilities agreement between the Warren Township Board of Trustees and the LaBrea Little Vikings pending proper insurance documentation. A copy is on file in the fiscal office.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Yoho?
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony, yes. Resolution to accept the resignation of Stephen C. Hall from the Warren Township EMS Department as a part-time paramedic, effective September 1st, 2020.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Yoho?
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony? Yes. Resolution to accept the resignation of Craig O'Criddle from the Warren Township Road Department as labor driver effective September 11, 2020.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Yoho?
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony? Yes. Resolution to make the following supplemental permanent appropriations, 2281-230-190, EMS services and salaries, plus 65,000.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Yo?
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony? Yes. Reading off, I know there's been some calls in there about reading off our fund status, so bear with me, I'm gonna read it here real quickly for you. General Fund, 907,653.47. Motor vehicle license tax, 47,864.99. Gasoline tax, 207,594.22. Road and bridge, 100,108.17. Cemetery, 56,418.52. Police district, $380,956.36. Fire district, $247,483.28. Law enforcement trust, $3,176.15. Corona relief fund, $39,616.32. EMS services, $67,921.54. Special assessment lighting, $6,310.40. Public Works Commission project, 0. Fire insurance hold, $38,640. And finally, cemetery request, $343.30. So, we have our bid reviews at 7:30, so we can just go right into our executive session. So, need a motion to go into executive session to discuss.
Public participation first.
Yeah. Greg, do you have any questions?
All right, first question I had is from Daryl Parker. Has there been a date set for the demo of the house on Highland Avenue and Miller Street, Southwest?
We're still waiting for the county report. We are looking to take it down in emergency resolution. They just met, well, they're meeting tomorrow. Tomorrow they're meeting, so as soon as it goes through the Trumbull County Commissioners and they submit a report, which should be right after, then we can get it to our attorney and start the process. So I just actually talked to our attorney today, and she's waiting on that paper. We've all been waiting on that paperwork for them to deem it that way. So timetable wise, it's hard telling, I would say 30 to 45 days, hopefully.
Second question I have also from Daryl Parker is, has the engineer contacted anyone about the sidewalk on Todd Avenue?
Yes, we have been in conversation with them on that. That we're still, in fact, actually, we're meeting with them Thursday. We're meeting with them Thursday again on that.
What can be done about the drug activity on 145 Ravelo Court by surrounding neighbors? This is from Brittany LaRicci.
We have our officers working on it.
Have officers working. Do you need Daryl Parker's address?
Yeah.
It's
I-
705 Milner.
say Brittany?
Brittany LaRicci.
Yeah. She's on that low card.
I believe so. Sean Shook, of Rio Boulevard. If Ryan Young has drafted up the paper that he was going to do for me, Debbie Roth, I guess, had hired my company to knock down Debbie's garage at her residence. While this was happening, Randy Law decided he was going to call the police with some lies about me. Ryan was on the job, and I talked to Ryan 2 or 3 times. And
Call me
Ryan-
tomorrow, Sean.
Yeah,
What was that?
That's
That's a
not
personal-
township business,
that's
so
a- yeah,
tell
that's-
Sean to call me tomorrow if you'd like
It's
to.
a personal interest, we can't do that in the township officially.
Two minutes and we're gonna end questions.
We don't really have anything until 7:30. Keep it open, Greg, till for a little bit, just in case.
From Joyce, MECHLING, discussing talked about sewer in the Meadowbrook area.
We're still waiting for a meeting with the commissioners in Trumbull County. We did have that scheduled, and then fortunately, one of the people that had to be there had a death in the family, so it postponed everything. So we have not scheduled any more additional meetings, but one is coming up on that. So we really don't have any further information until after the meeting.
She give you an address, Greg?
I'll ask. And then, Chris Gray, 3740 Templeton Road. Can I get the township to clean out the drain under my driveway?
I'll put it on my list to get done.
For Joyce, it's 224 Pangbourne Road.
Thank you.
Twenty after, great. You know more?
I don't have any more questions.
You with that? Okay, if there's any, not any, any further questions coming in, we'll go ahead and, make a motion to run in the meeting, and we go into executive session. We're discussing CARES Act money, Woodview Circle Road project, personnel, and possible purchase for the road department. So, we'll be in place. Yeah, no, but how long do you want to be in? I think it's 10 minutes. You know, we're gonna be in exec long way.
I mean, if you're wanting to discuss any of those after they open, that's going to have to be an executive.
This is an executive. This is, well, I just, because I know she doesn't want to be away. Well, I mean, it's up to you. She want to wait.
That's fine.
I just know at 7:30, I think there's, the people are logging in
Yeah.
to watch, so at 7:30, that's gotta be done. If you can be done in 10 minutes, great. Just saying.
Wait.
Yeah.
No one else will probably run over anyway.
Here.
It's for all of us.
Is this an intermission?
Yes. Pardon?
Is this intermission?
That's my resignation.
It's still recording.
And I'm still on.
You're still.
I'll have votes. I don't care.
I thought we were gonna take, I thought we were looking to take this down. Right?
I don't know. We'll have to discuss that too. I was just handed, I got that today.
I think that's, because I think Brady, both of them, do not be.
They did.
Inhabitable. Did you read it?
What?
That's off, right, Greg?
No.
Yeah. I just about due time.
Are you able to pause it?
That's all right. We can get, we can talk.